watching the regeneration.
Yep.
Back again to run the race.
Mm-hmm. You gonna fly.
All right. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we would like to give all praise and the glory unto
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem HaKakodash.
and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to us younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations to the whole elect out there pushing this word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds. In the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners, whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. All right, once again, back with the beloved brothers, GMS, all right, the Orlando branch, okay, and just breaking bread in the spirit again. As you can see, the title of the lesson, or Race to the Bottom, okay, and we're going to get into, what we're, we're going to get into what we mean by that, okay, through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, because you look at America, it was presented to the world, okay, as the model of how society should be. The elites presented America as the global model, capitalism, democracy, okay, the modern family, okay, the culture, you see the science, the medicine, okay. So America was that model, all right, of how the elites wanted the rest of the world to be, because the elites know when you demoralize, okay, a civilization where they're easy to control.
Right.
When you take away that structure, okay, so the ideology that dominates the earth comes from America, all right, and in America itself, okay, the core. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. In Revelation 17 and 4, Bible Shah.
It's Revelation 17:4.
Yep.
It says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color.
And the woman is America. This the woman in this prophecy that John the Revelator is seeing, all right, well, he's seeing, okay, the whore, America, all right. She was clothed in purple and scarlet, which represents, royalty, all right, because under this elite, under the elite bankers, okay, banking system, well, America has enjoyed, all right, privilege of the royals. Do you know how privileged you have to be to, you can print money,
Right.
you can print wealth.
Right.
You see, that's a privilege. So they've been privileged under this old system, and that's why these nations are all about a new system, to where they get some privilege.
Right.
Because this old system is based around American privilege. That's why America has been able to weaponize the dollar so much, because it's a needed currency to participate in the global market. And they've been able to manipulate that, man.
Right.
Okay? But what we're seeing now is these nations are opting out, okay? And American dependency is dwindling. You see, and you Americans are finna feel, all right, that you're not needed on a global scale anymore. Okay? You got it, bro.
It says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color.
Yep.
And decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abomination.
Yeah, that golden cup, like we said, we was talking about before the lesson. Gold, like even if you just see gold, it's alluring. It's an alluring. So the gold looks great. The cup looks great on the outside.
Right.
But what's in the cup, that's what destroys nations. That's what destroys people. So it looks pleasant, like what did Eve say? It looked good to the eye. You see, she saw it was good to the eyes. So these devils know how to present. This devil know how to package self-destruction.
Right.
As prosperity.
Right.
You see, you got it, bro.
Hey, that's that shit rolled in glitter.
Yeah.
You know, it looked good on the outside, but when you get beneath the surface, it's death.
Mm-hmm.
Is wickedness packaged as liberty.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as progress. Real quick to land back slow.
No, it's like that's America.
Yep.
When people see how America look from TV,
Right.
this shit,
The Golden City.
Yeah, I want to go there. But when you get in this bitch, your ass, it's a downfall. When
Yeah.
you move over here, and you live amongst it, and you in it now your ass,
Yeah.
you get it. But it look good from TV though.
Yep. Yeah.
You watch the damn Home Alone.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You see the
Right.
you see these movies like, man, I want to go to New York.
Yeah. Home improvement.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
They living comfortable.
Yeah, but when you get here,
Yeah.
it's mayhem.
Friends.
Yeah.
Sex in the City.
Yeah. That's the outside.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the cup.
Yeah.
Till you come move your ass over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's rats everywhere.
I got a precept. This is Proverbs 16:25. There is a way that seemeth right unto a man,
Yep.
but the end thereof are the ways of death.
Yeah. So this man has, cause he's a mastermind of wickedness.
Right.
All right. So like I say, he's presented self-destruction as prosperity. You know, so people are enjoying destroying themselves.
Right.
You see,
Right.
you're partying and you're living this lifestyle. You destroy your body. You know, these women going out relationship to relationship. They're being traumatized, but they're enjoying the trauma. You know, they're enjoying traumatizing themselves.
Right.
You know, these young niggas shooting up everything. Like these niggas are enjoying destroying. Cause niggas say, I'm a product of the environment, which we know Esau plays a part in, you know, facilitating, all right, the environment of Jake. But then it comes to a part to where, okay, nigga, you are the environment.
Right.
You know, nigga, you are the environment. Because you have to participate in the bullshit.
Right.
In order for this shit to work, you gotta participate. You know, because you can be handed a gun, but you still gotta carry out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So here it is. This man has made it to where people glorify in their own destruction.
Right.
There's a music in drill music where you glorify and destroying yourself.
Right.
Nipsey Hussle said one time when he was going on a mission,
Right.
and he said he passed by, you know, the Chinese man, the East Indian man. He's on the mission. And then he said he even passed by his own people working, you know, squares, what they call squares, working niggas.
Mhm.
And then he said, when I got to my mission, he said, damn, the whole time I'm looking for a nigga that walk like me, talk like me, respond like me.
Mhm.
He was like, shit, I'm on a mission to kill myself. You know?
Right.
So this nigga done created a culture
Right.
to where you glorify and killing you.
Right.
You know? So yeah, it's a race to the bottom.
Right.
Like you say, because you go into, you talked about it the other day with the blood feuds.
Right.
Yeah, like the law prevented that.
Yes.
To where it wasn't these continual
Yeah.
blood feuds, man. You got people that you're born into a rivalry, and the rivalry been going on so long that you don't even know what it started about anymore.
Right.
That's what you got going on in these neighborhoods, man.
Right.
You know? Now people, like I say, when we was coming up, it was weed, liquor, you know, maybe certain people was on the hard drugs and cocaine. But now, you can't even keep up with the drugs they on.
Yeah.
It's just it's a race to the bottom now.
They stacking them.
Who can be a junkie the fastest?
They even got a saying in the music, check the score. And that's them saying, all right, we in a blood feud, but we winning. Y'all done went to more funerals than us. So y'all check the score. It's 24 to. They and this is how they talk. They talk like it's a sport, like they in a league.
Yeah. It is a sport now.
They say get out in the field. I'm out in the field with my cleats on. And that's not them talking about football. That's them talking about how many hats can we catch compared to you? How many bodies can we catch compared to you? That's a race to the bottom. Because who are you killing? You're just killing your own people.
Mm-hmm.
The scripture said what? Love thy neighbor as you love yourself.
Right.
And Jake is doing the complete opposite. Younger than they used to do it in the 90s.
Mhm.
Now you got 11, 12-year-old Jakes in Chicago with switches, automatic weapons, 30 rounds going in 3 seconds. And then they get on records and brag about we up on the scoreboard.
Mhm.
Yeah. And it's crazy because that same thing going on with women being degraded too.
Right,
Yo, shit, man, I done hit like 10 bitches this week.
right.
Shit, bro, I hit like 6. Knocking their head down, keeping them moving.
Yep,
In that same fashion.
right. And it's a glorification of depravity. Like
Yeah.
the Lord said, a degenerate plant,
Yeah.
and you glory in being a degenerate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause then it's even going from men bragging about how many women they done dealt with to now the women brag about how many bodies
Right, how
they
many
got.
bodies they got?
They in the masculine frame.
Right,
You know? What's that? You just another nigga on the hit list.
right,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They in that masculine energy to where they catching bodies
right.
and boasting about it, man.
Man, that shit mad.
Yeah, they're being ran through at a more accelerated pace now. Now just more accelerated.
Right.
Yeah, and that's crazy because
You know?
nigga think he adding her to his list.
Yeah.
No, she add you to her
Yeah,
list,
yeah,
nigga.
you just another nigga on the hit
And
list.
it's a
Shit
sport.
crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I got one real quick to land back there.
Oh,
It's
man,
Proverbs
that's
chapter
crazy,
10 and
bro.
verse 23.
Man.
It is as sport to a fool to do mischief,
Yep.
but a man of understanding hath wisdom.
Yep. So like you say, it's a sport.
Yep.
They get off on niggas get off on adultery. You
Yeah.
know? What's it? Niggas get off on who can sell the most dope, which you're bragging about who can poison your people the most.
Right.
Yeah.
You see, going back to how, you know, we can't unsee what it is now. Because we came from this culture where we glorify these things, man. You know? We had these wicked ambitions of being rappers and trap boys and whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, being that nigga. You see? We was groomed up to, you know, to cherish that shit, to chase that shit, be obsessed with that, man.
Right.
Okay? But going back to we was rescued out of that darkness, man. We like you said, we was rescued from that race to the bottom.
Yep.
We was running in that race to the bottom.
Right.
And we was kept on that same, you know, trajectory, you know, telling where we will be. You know, you look at the time you've been in the truth. If you would have spent that time in the world, I'm telling where we will be, man.
Right.
You know, you got it, bro.
And because the end is death anyway.
Mhm.
And it's like we were all running that race to death because there's two races happening.
Right.
You have those who are running to righteousness, and then you have those who are running to death.
Mm-hmm.
You're running to life or you're running to death, going into choose ye this day. Because whatever you choose, now you got to run towards it.
Right.
To land back that, this is Psalms 119 and 32. I will run the way of thy commandments when thou shalt enlarge my heart. So it shows you there's a right way to run and a wrong way to run. And the majority are running the wrong way. All right, and the finish line and your prize is dust.
Yep. I got a precept for you. So you said that. There's Proverbs 8 and 35 in the GNT. It's Proverbs 8 and 35 in the GNT. It said, those who find me find life, and the Lord will be pleased with them. Those who do not find me hurt themselves.
That's it.
Anyone who hates me loves death.
That's it. So you running the wrong way, and your prize is death. Your prize is judgment. But like we were going into earlier, if the race feel good when they running it, it feel good. When they offer all them drugs and they done stack them up, they feel good in that moment. But you're running to death, man. You're not running towards life. And then when you get the prize, you play victim. No, you earned that prize.
Mm-hmm.
This is Hebrews chapter 12. It says, wherefore, seeing we also are compassed with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which does so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us, looking unto Yahushua.
You
Man, that's fire.
read that first one again?
And he says, wherefore, seeing we are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses,
Mm-hmm.
let us lay aside every weight and the sin which does so easily beset us.
Yeah, because that's another thing too. You know, sin is a weight. Because when you're committing adultery, you're walking around with that weight of not trying to be caught.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're walking around with that weight. You see, when you're doing wickedness and you're a murderer, you're a thief. You're walking around with weight. You know, so now you have this weight on you to where you are limiting how you can move because you're trying not to be caught up.
Right.
You see?
Right.
That's why those that do, those that Yahweh Shah said those that love the truth, how they come to the light.
Right.
So their deeds can be manifest. See, our people love to operate in darkness, man.
Right.
They love to operate in the shadows of sin and wickedness, man. But the elect, was drawn to the light to where we don't have to hide.
Right.
We don't have, we don't have any skeletons anymore.
Right.
The truth clears out all the skeletons in the closet, man. Go ahead.
It says, and let us run with patience
Yep.
the race that is set before us.
And see, that's a thing. And then it's a race of patience. See, when
Mhm.
you're running in righteousness, you're marathon minded.
Right.
When you're running to death, you're sprinting. You're sprinting. Like you say, these niggas do everything that need to be done to be put to death. But then when it happens, they're surprised.
Right.
This nigga been shooting at everybody, robbing everybody, slapping niggas, then this nigga gets shot like, what's the nigga Fulio
Mm-hmm.
from y'all state.
Yeah. Florida man.
Yeah, it's like a surprise, like nigga.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the nigga at the graveyard with the videos,
Waiting on the grave.
20 with the Jordans, that nigga 23.
Right.
Yeah. This nigga remixed the Fantasia song, turned it to a drill. So it's like, then this nigga die. Who can be surprised?
Right.
Like the nigga worked hard for that.
He earned it.
Yeah, the nigga sprinted to that. So this is the culture of America, is for you to sprint to your death. But when you're walking in righteousness, it teaches you. And that's another thing, the truth slows you down.
Yeah.
The truth slows you down to a pace that you can manage.
Right.
And then even a lot of people, because even before they actually die, what do most people experience? Burnout.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're sprinting all the time.
Right.
America teaches you just to sprint. Whether it's working, whether it's clubbing, whether it's trying, hustling, it teaches you to sprint. So a lot of people, they experience that burnout because they in sprint mode all the time, man.
Mm-hmm.
But the truth has slowed us down, to where, hey, it's patience.
Right.
This is a marathon. You got it, bro.
To land back real quick, this Proverbs 6:18. And heart that deviseth wicked imaginations.
Yep.
Feet that be swift in running to mischief.
Yep. Swift.
Yep.
It's a sprint to wickedness, man. Yeah. Niggas say something about you on social media, you got to pull up on this nigga, man.
Mm-hmm.
Swift.
Right.
Instant. Nigga look at you wrong. Instant. Everything is instant. You see, swift to do wickedness, man. But that's the tempo Esau has created.
Yeah, he set that tone.
Yeah, to what people
Instant
sprint.
death.
Yeah,
Cause that's what that is.
Yeah.
Instant death. Nigga step on your shoe. Instant death.
yeah.
Right. But that's how he moves.
Right.
Like the analogy of hiding in the dark.
Yeah. But wait,
You don't want it to catch up with you, but then you don't want to stop doing it either.
Yeah,
So you hiding in the dark.
Yeah.
You change your identity every couple of hundred years, and cause you running like the fugitive and the vagabond.
Yeah.
And 2/3 of our people, they're running a race with him because it look like he winning. So they see him ahead of them and they running after him. And then the Lord got another path saying, run the other way.
Yeah.
Run the opposite way.
Jake go in the hood. Jake go to the neighborhood to get a chick. Niggas in the neighborhood they hit the chick like, nah, nigga, you ain't hit nothing over here. Nigga.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
instant
yeah.
death.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey,
Right.
the
Yeah,
iron-
another nigga neighborhood try to get a bride.
Right.
I got a precept. This Ecclesiastes
Hold on,
9.
real quick, you
Yeah.
gonna say something?
yeah, I was just gonna say the irony of us is that we're freed under the yoke of Yahweh Shai.
Mm-hmm.
So as we were under the yoke of the world, like the elder was getting into, all that sin was weighing us down.
Right.
It was it was a heavy weight. But now we've taken on the weight or the yoke of Yahushua, and it's freed us up. It's really not a yoke at the end of the. I mean, it's not a weight at the end of the day, because it frees us up from having those different weight. We weighed down. Shit, I just messed with this dude's wife yesterday, man. I don't know if you're gonna come back. Ah, damn, I just shot this nigga the other day.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna spin the block on me.
Yeah.
All that weight is no longer there, and we're able to freely maneuver through the spirit and power of Yahweh Yahushua.
And then even like today, it's the 24th. How many people out there scrambling trying to get last minute Swift? How much pressure is on you to try to,
Right.
you know? Because if you don't do this day, you ain't shit.
Right.
Yeah.
According
You know?
to this world standard.
Yeah.
That's a weight.
So you're scrambling trying to make this shit happen, and then even after this day, you're gonna be in a financial burden.
Trying to catch up.
Because they used to be a weight. Celebrating Christmas was that shit became a weight.
Right.
After you go from being a little child to where you just receive and open presents, now that you gotta provide the present, that shit like, god damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You in the hole.
Man, mother, fuck that Christmas. Yeah. You got it, bro.
That's a weight.
Ecclesiastes 9 and
You gonna go back to Hebrew 12, Bible shop.
Ecclesiastes 9 and 9. Live joyfully with the wife whom thou lovest all the days of thy life, of thy vanity. Because hey, the two races, right? You either racing to the bottom or you racing to the top. So hey, the 2/3, you know, the left hand side is that's your wife. That's the wife of your youth.
Right.
So it reads,
Right.
Ecclesiastes 9 and 9. Live
Because
joyfully.
it's like even, you know how Jake say, I'm pursuing a woman.
Yeah.
So 2/3 is pursuing the whore.
Yeah. Right.
And then the elect are pursuing Sophia.
Right. That's it.
It's a different type of
Damn,
race.
that's it, bro. There go another title for a lesson. Live joyfully with the wife of thy whom thou lovest all the days of thy life with thy vanity, which he hath given thee under the sun. That's the two parties. It's Sophia or the harlot,
Right.
Babylon the Great. All the days of thy vanity, for that is thy portion in this life, and in thy labor which thou takest under the sun. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it. Do it with thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave, whither thou goest. I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift,
Right.
nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happeneth to them all.
And that's another thing too. Esau, he keeps Jake in survival mode.
Right.
You know, so Jake is making decisions based on survival mode because that's another thing. In the truth, our trust and dependency on Yahweh by Shem Shai makes it to where we're not in constant survival mode.
Right.
You know, as men, you know, because men, there's nothing wrong with being strategic, but when you're in constant survival mode, you know, like I said, you'll put yourself in harm's way because you're making decisions based out of desperation.
Right.
You know? So Esau keeps Jake in this survival mode to where Jake feel like they gotta get every penny, every cent. You know, they gotta get every dollar every day.
Yeah.
You know, and you stay in that mode to where you start to, your morals diminish. Because there's a lot of Jake that start off with morals, and by the time Babylon finished with him, he don't have no morals.
Yeah.
You know? And this is what the system is designed to do, just like training day. You know, at the beginning of the day, okay, he had morals, he had standards, he had structure, he had purpose, integrity. You know?
Tonight, that nigga
Yeah,
was a beast.
you gotta get grimy.
He's an animal now.
Yeah.
Turn his ass to a straight animal.
A beast.
Yeah.
Going into that, we are likened unto beasts. I
Yeah.
thought as a beast.
Yeah.
You know, swift to run the evil.
Yep.
And the more you run that race, the more defiled you become.
Yep.
Like when the Lord said, come out of my people, this land is polluted. The
Oh,
more
yeah.
you try to plant your roots here, the more corrupted you become.
Straight beast.
I got a quick precept.
Okay, you got it, bro.
This is addition to Esther chapter 5 and verse 5. it says, it's like in verse 8, it says, nevertheless, it satisfieth them not that we are in bitter captivity.
Right.
But they have stricken hands with their idols, that they will abolish the thing that thy with thy mouth has ordained, and destroy thine inheritance, and stop the mouth of them that praise thee, and quench the glory of thy house and of thine altar. And it doesn't satisfy, 2/3 of our people that were in bitter captivity.
Right.
This has become normal to them. And now they've normalized rebellion, which is basically witchcraft.
Because they ain't in captivity.
Yeah.
According to them, we free.
We're the freest we've ever been. We're not under the bondage of the law anymore.
Right.
The Lord was too strict. Now we can do whatever we want to do. And now they're on a swift, path to destruction.
Right.
And it doesn't satisfy them that every day it's another reminder that we're in bitter captivity. Holidays are a reminder that we're in bitter captivity.
Mm-hmm.
You go to work, it's a reminder that you're in bitter captivity. But it doesn't satisfy them that we go through these different things.
The application show you that you're in captivity because you can't put your Israelite on that bitch. They ain't on now.
Yep. And if you put black or whatever the case, you have a lower chance of even getting the job that you're going for.
Right.
Yeah. I can't pull that motherfucker on Isaiah from the tribe of Benjamin, from the tribe of Judah.
Nope.
Right.
And it's a
Look
lot
at
of
this.
things that brothers could get into that go all night, because you go into how Jake has no inheritance. You live your whole life to be 65. You experience that burnout like the elder was talking about. You burn out, you work your whole life until 65, and you have nothing to leave your children. And then once you stop working at 65, most people die 2-3 years later because they're used to running this rat race. And once they slow down, once they start to pace themselves, it's over with. Your body is like, nah, we used to ripping and running. We used to forward in this kingdom. And outside of that purpose, if you don't serve that purpose, you're on a swift path to destruction.
Yeah, man.
Right. And the scriptures talk about doing anything with all thy might, and 2/3 of our people with their might are swiftly running to destruction to build up Esau's kingdom. And they're on a race to the bottom because Esau's not telling everybody the ship is sinking. So niggas is fighting over rooms on the Titanic. The niggas is in the Titanic room trying to dress it, and man, I'm gonna move my drawer like this. The whole time, ship sinking. And he not telling you that. And that's why the Lord said, well, come out of her. Tap out of that race, because that race has no good thing for you at the end of it. And that's why the Lord said to the prophets to be like, stop and repent, which is to do what? Turn back. Meaning stop running that race and then come back this way.
I got one.
I got that.
So go ahead, you got it.
The quick GNT, Deuteronomy 30 and 19. It said, I'm now giving you the choice between life and death, between God's blessings and the Most High's curse.
Right.
And I call heaven and earth to witness the choice you make. Choose life.
Because the whole time you're running this race to death, there are signs that's basically saying go back. Stop running.
Yep.
So you running this way, and then you see a sign that say stop running. Go back. And that's the prophets being like, stop, bro.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Like bro said, so it satisfies them not. All these signs, man, you call black in America. Stop. Go back. The Lord gonna kill you. And Jake's still looking at the signs and running the same way. So when you get the prize, don't play a victim. Because that's what's gonna happen now. We come into that time like the day of doom, 2nd Ezra 7, where you can't pray for the weak. So if you end up at the end of that race that you was running and you get that prize, just know you earned it. Because the warnings were there the whole time.
Yeah, the whole time. Hebrews 12 and 1, it reads, wherefore seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doeth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us.
Yep. I got one to land back that. It's the Song of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 3. It says, because of the savor of thy good ointments, thy name is as ointment poured forth. Therefore do the virgins love thee. Draw me, we will run after thee. The king hath brought me into his chambers. We will be glad and rejoice in thee. We will remember thy love more than wine. the upright love thee. So there's a different race being run, and that's that run toward the king.
Right.
You know.
I got that First Peter 4 for you. It's because you said it's a different race that's being ran. This is 1 Peter 4 and 4. Wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of right,
Right.
speaking evil of you.
Right.
Who shall give account to him that is ready to judge the quick and the dead? And like you was going into, there's a different race that we're running now. And since you have a group of men who are now raising up, you know, here in these latter days, running a different race according to the Spirit of the Lord, they think it's strange that we don't run to the same excess of right. Why aren't you celebrating Christmas? You don't love your family? Mother's Day, you don't like your mom no more?
Right.
Your family, why are you separate? Why don't you talk to us anymore? That religion separates you from your family? What kind of religion is that?
Yeah. You don't come around on the 4th of July no more?
Yeah.
Mm.
They think it's strange that we don't run to the same excess of right, but it's really we see the bigger picture now.
And we love the Heavenly Father and His Son more than our mothers,
That's it.
our fathers and mothers, as Yahweh Shah told us, man. You see, so we will rather obey the Heavenly Father and have them disappointed at us, man. Cause
Right.
they gonna be alright, cause they don't get it. You know, they don't get it. They wasn't given the eyesight to see the mission. We on a mission.
Right.
You see, we on, like you say, we on the come up. While people are running to the bottom, hey, we running to immortality, man.
Right.
You know, we're running to rulership. This is what we're running to, and we're pacing ourselves to it, man. Okay. So as you know, these people still are running, you know, to judgment. Okay, like you said, they, you know, because our seats are vacant. You know, but Yahweh Shah said, because when you go into, matter of fact, get there real quick, Matthew 19 and 27, and we're gonna get that word abandoned in the blue letter.
So Matthew 19 and 27,
Damn, you got that quick, Jay.
it said,
Quick draw.
Yeah. Sheesh.
it says, then answered Peter and said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee.
Yep.
What shall we have, therefore?
Yep. So and then it said we follow Yahweh Shah. And going back to what you was reading earlier, Hebrews 12, the author and finisher of our faith.
Right.
So we're following the blueprint of Yahweh Shah, because Yahweh Shah, where's Yahweh Shah? He's at the right hand of glory. We want to get back to the glory, man.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
You know, we see what a race, and then we got footage now. We see what a race, okay, of Esau gets our people.
Right.
Okay? We got footage now. All right? So we know how that ends. But see, now we're tapped into Yahweh Shah.
Mm-hmm.
And Yahweh Shah is at the right hand of glory. He has the Heavenly Father said, this is my beloved Son who I'm well pleased. See, we want that now.
Right.
You know, we want that stamp on us, man.
Right.
Not the real nigga stamp.
Right.
Niggas spend their whole life trying to be a certified real
Real
nigga.
nigga,
Every
yeah.
decision they make is, you know, that's really like a social credit system.
Right.
Your behavior is linked to
Right.
real nigga status.
Right.
Yeah.
He a real one.
Yeah. So now,
Damn.
you know,
Tough.
so now nigga look at you crazy at the gas station. You gotta shoot at this nigga
Yeah.
based on your real nigga status.
Right.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
maintain
Yeah.
it.
You see?
Yeah, that's heavy because that Hebrews 12, it said that the remnants run a race of patience. And before the ice off, you were just running.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't know what the fuck you were doing.
Yep.
We didn't know what we was doing.
Right.
All we knew was we were trying to forward our life.
Yep.
We were trying to build a legacy, whatever it looked like in your eyes, that vain glory. But it was a one-way ticket.
To death. And Jake think there's some gray area where you ain't gotta run the race toward the Lord, but you can still get the reward
Yep.
of that race.
Yep.
No, there's two races. You gonna choose one or the other. There's
Right.
no in between. Let me tap into the left hand race.
Yeah.
Let me go here and run. No, you gotta choose one
Yeah,
race and you gotta run it.
Yeah.
And then there's a prize at the end for both.
And that's
And
what
it's life and death.
And that's what made nigga run. Hey, shit, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna get this bag.
Mm-hmm.
This is 2nd Ezra 7.
Yeah, and they had that saying in the world. the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Yeah.
Like you brought out earlier, Jacob start off with good morals and
Right.
I ain't gonna do that. Jacob sell weed, but I ain't selling no hard drugs. So I ain't really. And then eventually you lose those morals, and before you know it, Jake is in the hood, fentanyl, and anything goes.
Yeah.
You seen that as like a good, going back to Snowfall.
Right.
Started out with the weed with his uncle.
Right.
He got tapped into that. And then, you know, it was a point where he wasn't trying to be no killer. But then in the end, he turned to a monster.
Right.
Fucking monster.
Yeah, he was a serial killer by the
Straight
end.
beast.
Yeah.
And that's what going to Esau institution get you. Because all of this is Esau's philosophies. All of this is his college. Esau University turns you into a beast. That when you graduate, you walk across that stage, you walk across as a beast.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you have no morals, you have no understanding. So Esau's like, come to my university. I'm going to pay you, but your morals is through.
Yeah.
And another thing niggas think too, is they gonna be the exception.
Right.
They gonna play Esau game, but they gonna be the exception.
Right.
They got an alternate ending that ain't nobody ever achieved before.
Right.
You know? And the niggas get the same, like you say, you can't play both.
Right.
You can't build an empire off wickedness, you know, and then ride off into the sunset.
Right.
You know? Go ahead.
Yeah, that's like Jake and Jacob sell dope and then they start a record label.
Yeah.
And then in their mind they escape.
Yeah.
And then when all the chips fall down and the Lord bring that destruction, they look like, man, no, you ran the race and you got your prize.
Yeah.
There's only two races out here. There's no gray area in between those races. There's life and death, and there's no in between that.
King David came up trusting the Lord. He came up and the Lord was there the whole time during this come up. He was faithful to Yahweh Shem Shai.
Right.
Daniel kept being promoted for standing stiffly for the Lord.
That's it.
So they didn't have to worry about looking over their shoulder. You see, they have to worry about their karma coming back around.
Right.
Yep.
Not because they came up. You see, we know it's a way to come up where you ain't got to do all that.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And see, this time, this come up gonna be forever. You know, we're gonna go back to that Matthew whenever you get through with that second.
And that's the true wealth. Real quick, the land back is Proverbs 10:22.
Yep.
The blessing of the Lord, it maketh rich, and he addeth no sorrow with
We added no sorrow with it. Okay, so when you do it the right way, you ain't gotta be afraid to have your children in the car.
Right.
Okay, you ain't gotta put your mama in a hotel room because you beefing with niggas.
Right.
You see?
Right.
Yeah.
Nah, man, you ain't got all that backlash that come with, like you say, playing Esau game.
Right.
Okay, because the Esau could see Jake, you know, our street niggas domestically, man, but see Esau is a street nigga globally.
Right.
He love this shit.
Yeah.
You know, this is what Esau was built to do. Like the CIA and all that shit. Like that ain't nothing but backdooring.
That's
Like
it.
niggas think they backdooring. The
That's it.
CIA backdoor.
That's it.
Yeah.
The Mossad,
Right.
MI6, the British, you know, intelligence.
Right.
You know, those are the true backdoors, man.
Right.
You see, so you Jakes, you try to play this game, okay, but then you end up with so much loss at the end, okay, and so much sorrow at the end.
Esau don't want no none of that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, you keep it moving.
That is the game.
yeah,
Because that's his game.
Yeah.
And the Lord gave him his portion. That is a part of his portion.
Right.
But his portion is coming to an end. But when you follow that man, you got to follow that man and his consequences. And Jake don't realize that. He think I can tap into this, and then
Yeah.
you turn at the very last second. You ain't John Wick, man. This ain't a movie. Jake, you the one exception that just dodged the bullet at the last 2.2 seconds left on the clock. You dodged the bullet and slid into the finish line, slid in the home plate.
Right.
it's gonna be Alonzo.
Right, right,
Russia's calling
Yeah.
in.
right. I can't lose.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, just when I thought I was out,
Right.
they pulled me back in.
Come on.
2 Ezra 7:59. For this is the life whereof Moses spake unto the people while he lived, saying, choose thee life that thou mayest live, Nevertheless, they believe not him, nor yet the prophets after him, no, nor me, which spake unto them, that there should not be such heaviness in their destruction, as shall be joy over them that are persuaded to salvation.
Woo, persuaded to salvation. See, we've been persuaded to life, you know, because let's say we was on that path of death, you know, but through your spirit, the power of Yahweh Bashim Shai, you know, through the grace of predestination, the Lord has rescued, okay, a remnant out of their darkness, man, to choose life. We've been persuaded in life, man. We're on the path to life. You know, we're on the path to actual immortality, man. You know, literal. You see, Jake is in this cycle of death. You know, and this, and like I say, with this ambition of they gonna be the exception and break the cycle. No, it's a cycle of death. Okay,
Right.
you can't break the cycle of death within wickedness, man.
Right.
The cycle of death is broken in righteousness. That's why Yahweh Shai, what did he come do? He came and was obedient to the Father. And through that, he conquered death.
Right.
He conquered death through righteousness.
Hey, that's heavy because that's it. It's a cycle of death.
Yeah.
So it's like playing music chairs, a duck, duck, goose.
Yep.
Every time you die.
Yeah.
Right.
Every time.
Somebody gonna lose.
Every time somebody lose.
And eventually it's your turn.
It's right. Everybody. It's everybody's turn.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
That's what happened. You run that race.
We want to be changed.
Right.
We don't want to come up in Esau society. And see, we understand now that Esau has nothing to offer the sons of God. It's a bad deal. Like if Yahweh Shai would have took that deal in Matthew the 4th chapter or Luke the 4th, that's a bad deal.
Right.
You don't have nothing to offer me, and I'm a son of God.
Right.
And my
Right.
Father finna give me immortality. He finna give me rulership forever.
Right.
What do you have to offer me? You know, and that's us being persuaded
Man, bro, this shit
to
heavy.
salvation, man.
Damn.
And that's why we abandon everything now. Like people look at brothers like, damn, that nigga cold. You don't give a fuck. No, we just understand.
Right.
You see? We understand. We understand what's at stake. You know, and we ain't got time to convince you what's at stake. If
Right.
it's not meant for you to get it, we'll see you on the other side. It'll make sense. Because even on a low level, like when Jake, let's say Jake really wanted to be, you know, a rapper or whatever, I say that nigga will go homeless to try to achieve it. And people look at him and count him out. But then once he hit, and then like, damn, that's what bro was on. Or they'll see Jake practicing at the court all the time and not around like a nigga that's really tapped into, you know, his craft. Like a nigga that's an athlete, that nigga practice all the time. You know, he disciplined, he don't do this, he don't do that. People think he tripping until they see the results.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what Buddy was on.
Right.
Oh, I see it. So in the kingdom, it's gonna make sense to him.
Right.
We ain't got time to stop and explain every step of the way. No, we gotta keep building. And once they see it on the other side, once they're born into it, they're gonna be like, oh, this why he wasn't at the Christmas dinner.
Right.
This is why he wasn't at, you know, Aunt Mabel's 78th birthday party. You know, this is why his seat was vacant at the table.
Right.
Fact.
The last 10, 12, 13 years in America, man. This is why he was missing in action.
Yeah.
Okay? Because we're gonna that Matthew 19.
He
It's
was
gonna
always with
explain.
he was always with the brothers though.
Yeah. The brothers over everything.
Yeah. You care more about the brothers than
Yeah.
Right.
You don't miss baseball games. You know, miss first this and first that.
Yep.
Hey, but hey, it is what it is. But if you believe in immortality, ain't no way you can miss nothing.
Right.
How can you miss anything if we got immortality coming?
You get it all back.
Yeah. And she how should I finna tell us? Go ahead.
It says, then answered Peter and said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore?
So let's get that word forsaken, Baba Kashab.
the word forsaken is Strong's G863.
Yep.
It says to omit, to lay aside, to leave, to let alone, to suffer,
Yep.
to yield up. It says to send away, to bid going away or depart. It says of a husband divorcing his wife, to send forth, to yield up, to expire, to let go, let alone, to disregard, to leave.
It would say abandon. I think it's one to say abandon.
Strong definition.
It should be in
Yep.
the regular. Yeah.
At the end, it says
Yep.
to abandon, to leave destitute.
To abandon, to leave destitute. So you gotta understand from their perspective, it's like, damn, he abandoned us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, from their perspective, like he abandoned us. Cause everybody's still going except you. Everybody's still participating in that race
Right.
except you. So it's like, and like y'all said earlier, then brothers got a different aura. Like really, brother's spirit be carrying the folly, you know. So it's like they missing that spirit that's there.
Right.
They used to having that spirit there, but see, it's like now it's an abandonment.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so when you say forsaken all, it's a lot of people that's gonna feel like we abandoned them. No, we just running in the race of life.
Right.
Y'all running in the race of death.
Mm-hmm.
So we got two different agendas.
Right.
We're being pulled in two different directions.
Right.
You know? Go ahead.
Going back to that point, the energy of the whole flagellate, celebrating that shit is dead.
Yep.
Now that energy in serving the Lord and is lively.
Yep.
Cause Jake was doing all that. July the 4th birthday, Father's Day, Christmas, Black Friday, Cyber Month, all that shit. That shit dead now, cause the whole flagellate, they energy on serving the Lord, man, enjoy, man.
Right.
So it's dead. You got it. Bro.
And they're the only lights amongst this dark generation.
Right.
So even if they don't want to be a light themselves, they want to be close to it.
Yeah.
And that's why having
Yeah.
those elect members amongst the family was always something that they sought after. Because
Yeah.
it's like they all dark.
Baby J, come get a plate.
Yeah, you the candle, and they all dark. They need a little light. They don't want to be the
want to
light.
see you. You just 5 minutes. They want to see you.
Yeah.
So when you don't go, it's just a dark place.
They get to the point they be negotiating.
Yeah. We ain't got no pork on it, nothing.
Yeah.
We know you don't eat
no
pork.
more,
We know
yeah.
you don't eat no pork. Yeah. They need that light. They need that energy.
Yeah.
That energy on the Lord now, man.
So you ain't got no time.
Right.
Yeah.
They trying to negotiate.
Yeah, Jay break down, so you ain't got no time.
Let's talk about real quick. 10 minutes.
Jay
That's that
be
light though.
trying to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
I got one real quick. This is Romans chapter 2 and verse 6. You know what I started 5. It says, but after thy hardness and impenitent heart treasures up unto thyself wrath against the day of wrath and revelation of the righteous judgment of Yahweh Shema Shai, who will render to every man according to his deeds.
Yep.
To them who by patient continuance in well-doing seek for glory and honor and immortality, eternal life. But unto them that are contentious,
It said, in patient well doing.
Right.
See, the thing is, you don't get that instant reward.
Nope.
You see, and niggas go so hard on the left hand side because Esau constantly showing them instant reward.
Right.
Like once
Mm-hmm.
you get this record deal, you won. You know?
right,
Once you get this status, all right, over street nigga, this rich street nigga, then you own.
right,
Instantly. Your life changed instantly. Well, see, we got to keep doing these things in faith of a reward in the next world.
right,
You see? Now the Lord, and the Lord so fair, he's so just that he gives us incentives right now to keep going.
right,
We get us, you know, we're incentivized through the Lord. You know, he sends us certain blessing, whether it's understanding, whether it's more faith,
right,
you know, whether certain, you know, finances hit unexpected, but you know, and we become so appreciative now that we appreciate every little thing that the Lord does.
that's it, that's it,
So and we use that as fuel to keep going,
right,
you know. So the Lord has us patiently doing well. You know, He has us patiently and well doing, man, because that's the key is the patience. See, the Lord's waiting us out.
Mm-hmm.
You see, that's why niggas that ain't supposed to be here, they fall out.
Mm-hmm.
That's intentional.
Yep. No patience.
Howard Shot waiting these niggas out. These niggas ain't right.
Right.
Howard Shot gonna wait their ass out. Cause something gonna happen and they gonna be offended.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Certain women too. Yeah, and Howard Shot waiting your ass out. You know? If you ain't right, you go, that's why I say impatience possess your souls. That's why it's a marathon.
Right.
You know, we hope, we haste the day, but then you want to put yourself in a position to where, hey, you can run this thing for a while. You can find you a pace that you can operate at it for a while. You know?
And a part of that is counting the cost.
Yep.
Like you gotta anticipate all possibilities.
Yep.
Whether it be death or whether it be it don't happen for 20 more years, 30 more years. Because the whole 2000s was Jake stored up enough faith that he hit 2000. Because in their mind, 2000 was the finish line.
Yep.
So they had enough faith stored up to like, I can make it to 2000. 2000 hit, and they were like, man, all I stored up was enough patience for 2000. But that's not counting the cost. That means you may have to grow old in the fight. Like going into enduring hardness as a good soldier.
Right.
Before modern warfare, when they declared war, you didn't know when you was coming home.
No.
Nigga wasn't like, we're gonna fight this one out for 3 months.
Yeah.
We're gonna fight this out for 5 years. No, you had to go day for day. In the trench, you had to go day for day. Get your coffee. It's gonna be a long day. And that's until the war's over. And nobody knows that day.
Right.
Prophecy gives us a window of time of how close we are, but we don't know the exact date. That's why the scriptures stress patience and endurance. In a race, a marathon, you have to get, because I used to do long distance running, you have to get to a point where you find your rhythm.
Right.
And once you find that rhythm, it's like something hit you where I could do this.
Yep.
Because you done found your pace. You didn't go too fast, you didn't go too slow.
Right.
You find that rhythm the way you breathe and the breathing with your pace.
You gotta have that cardio.
And that's knowing your own spirit.
Right.
You know, knowing what's gonna keep your spirit at that pace. And when you get out of pace, you know how to, Lord willing, adjust so you get back in that rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
That's that marathon.
That's that watchtower, man. Watching videos, all these different articles, filtering through the scriptures, pacing yourself, just relaxing and staying occupied, as the Lord said in Luke 12, man. Jake, them niggas watching for Israel talking about, yeah, Jim, remember you the articles and yeah, nigga, everything that's going on is already in the scriptures.
Right.
You gotta know how to filter it.
It has to be filtered through the scriptures.
And if I may add too, you know, the scriptures also speak about trying your soul, you know, to see what's good and what's not for your soul. Because like the elders getting into, a lot of Jays get into that burnout because their life doesn't match up with what they're reading, and they can't come to grips with that. They can't come to grips with, okay, well, I know all of this, but you know, and they experience that burnout. You got to find a good pace,
Right.
and where, like Nahalia was saying, you running. Okay, I know in the mornings, I like reading. It's good for me. It gets my mind focused on the Lord. I'm gonna hit the plantation. After I hit the plantation, bam, we're gonna do a lesson. Or in the morning, like we're doing now. In the morning, breakfast is the lesson. Then it sets the tone for the rest of the day. Then my rest of the day, I kind of ease, see what the Lord is going to feed me with that day. You know, we're in the moment, like we were going into. You be in the moment throughout the day so that you could recognize the lesson. So once you recognize the lesson, boom, okay, now I know what to go on with for the rest of my day. You know, you understand how to pace yourself in the race so that you don't, oh, when is the Lord? He ain't come back.
Yeah.
You ain't burning yourself out. You know, you gotta test and try your soul.
Keep yourself occupied, man. We gotta keep ourselves busy. You know? Yeah, like we were talking earlier, we in captivity, you gotta do your spiritual push-ups and pull-ups, man. You know? It's so much of this book to get into. You know, like you can spend a week on one chapter.
Yeah.
You go into First Kings, and you go into the history that was study these different characters, and it's a lot to get into this book, man. The Lord gave us plenty to be occupied,
Yep.
okay, into while we wait. So that's why another thing that helps us, be patient is to occupy ourselves. That's why even Jake's in prison, they read all them books,
Right. Work out.
work out, So it's like the Lord has given us, all right, tools to keep us busy, while we wait, learn how to make a tincture,
Right.
because if you make one, then there's so many tinctures you can make. That'll keep you occupied, like you keep ourselves occupied because we're not ordinary men. That's what people don't understand. People think of they think of the nobles. People just look at the wardrobes, the wealth, the status. But no, these men they whole day was full of learning. Like when you a prince, you spend most of your day with scholars.
Mm-hmm.
Your morning, that's why I say woe to thee when that prince is a child. They eat up in the morning.
Yeah.
Because if you was a prince, you was supposed to spend your morning with scholars.
Right.
Your whole morning, you was scholars.
Right.
You learning different languages. You learning about this geography. You learning about the history of this king, the history of that king.
Right.
By the time you become of age, you know the history of all the families around you.
Right.
You
Right.
see?
Right.
When you meet this man, you know his whole family history.
Right.
So when y'all talk, y'all having a tough conversation. He
Right.
know your family, what I'm saying? So, I'm saying that to say this, like, nah, if we are noble men, we should be occupied in things, man. We got plenty to be occupied in, like you say, because Jake get bored because Jake is just playing the PlayStation, going to camp. Yeah, you're gonna get bored. You just gonna be waiting, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, man, you
Yeah.
gotta tap into
Bro.
your schedule should be occupied,
Yeah.
with
That's crazy.
things that should be putting us on the level, man.
Right. Watching.
You know? You got it, bro.
It says back in Matthew 19:28, and Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory,
Yep.
ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
Yeah, you should sit on 12 thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel, showing you that, the men that abandon the most, they're going to have the most rank. That's why it's required of us to abandon. See, there's even people of the elect, all right, the 1/3, they're not required to have the same sacrifice as those of the first fruit. See, the first fruit got a different sacrifice than everybody. That's why, with us, it seems like a sense of abandonment because we have a bigger sacrifice. You see? So, when you go into what Yahushua is saying, look, y'all follow me directly. You see, we have the privilege of following Yahushua directly, but it comes with a big sacrifice. To whom much is given, you see? So I'm gonna allow you directly follow me, okay? But it's gonna be a lot required. You see? That's why even the man that he healed, one Jake that he healed, he told him, look, just go, you can't follow. That ain't your sacrifice.
Right.
But those that directly follow Yahushua,
And everyone that have forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands for my name's sake.
yeah, and then it says, because abandonment, let's say your wife, because it ain't that you just walk out, you just leave and don't come back, but it's going to be a lot of times you're going to be in the house with your woman, she going to feel abandoned, because you tapped into this, so it ain't a sense yeah, put your mama on the phone, because it's Harlem Nights.
Right.
Yeah, it's me.
I ain't coming home.
Yeah, they're never coming home, So it ain't, Parsay is saying that, but it's gonna be a lot of times you're gonna be in the house with your woman. She gonna feel abandoned. Cause you tapped in, you know, because especially when, like you said, it's a war.
Right.
So when you in intense shootouts every day, cause every day ain't an intense shootout, but
Right.
sometimes you might be in intense shootouts for 2 weeks straight.
Right.
You know what the apostles? This might be the year of apostasy.
Yep.
You know, so this might be heavy.
Right.
You know,
It's
trench. Yeah.
hot.
Yeah, brothers like this. We shoulder to shoulder.
Right. It's hot.
Yeah, it's hot, nigga. We shoulder to shoulder. Right? You know, brother looking for you and you laid up. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
bro, where you at? We in trenches.
Right.
You know, so we have to understand this spiritual war. And every day in war ain't the same. Every month in war ain't the same. But you just gotta do what gotta be done in that moment.
Right.
You know?
Hey, that go into that and doing as a good soldier. You get a sense when you entering into the hottest part of the battle.
Yep.
And that means you start to,
Mm-hmm.
and then everything else outside of that becomes irrelevant. Because now you in the hottest part of the battle. Now you got to lock in. And it's like understanding the time we in, when you know this is the environment we in, there's a different sense of urgency.
Mm-hmm.
When you just at basic training camp, you miss a step, they're going to do it again. Now you're going back, you know, y'all shooting paintballs. When you're in the hottest part of the battle, you know that the consequences are final.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have a certain level of attention to detail as opposed to basic training camp. And 2/3 of, even amongst Jake, in these other camps, they thought that being an Israelite was the finish line. Not realizing eventually you have to transition from basic training camp to the hottest part of the battle. And that's what we're about to enter in at. I mean, these times is about to get, this is about to get different.
Yeah, it's finna go live.
It's about to get different out here, man.
It's finna be live fire, man. You know? You got it, bro.
Shall receive an hundredfold and shall inherit everlasting life.
Shall receive 100-fold and inherit everlasting life, man. You see?
Yeah.
So that's the payoff. Everlasting life. We're literally on the path to life. Everlasting life. Yahweh Shai, he paved the way. He was the pioneer. Back to everlasting life. Back to favor with the Father. So the sons of God, of the elect, okay? The Lord invited us to this race. So you got to be invited to this race. You know? This is a race, invitation only.
Right.
And they even have what they have track meets called invitationals.
Right.
You know? You got to be invited to this race, man. You know? So we have, you know, been blessed to be invited to the race of life, while everyone else is just running to the bottom.
Right.
Because each generation gets worse. Why you say it's running to the bottom?
Right.
Each generation gets worse. That's why I say, well, they have gone away backward.
Right.
You know? Now, Isaiah said they gone away backwards.
Right. And they become more and more degenerate.
Mm-hmm.
So as the house of David waxes stronger, everything else is on a fast pace to weakness and degeneracy.
Yeah. The next batch of niggas gonna be way worse.
100%.
Like these niggas now,
100%.
like these niggas that, you know, that's out here wilding, the next batch gonna be worse.
Yeah, the gremlins that's in the oven.
Yeah. Yeah.
When they done.
You know what, NBA young boy got about 10, 15
Yeah.
young.
Yeah.
Imagine when them niggas get,
Come out the oven.
yeah.
Man.
Monsters.
Yeah, imagine when, you know,
Hey,
them
'cause
niggas
they-
put
they-
their cleats on,
Yeah, they gotta top the examples.
Yeah.
So like we have those
Man.
righteous examples on the right hand side.
Yeah.
They got examples.
Yeah.
So now they idea is to top this.
Mm-hmm.
Or I want to be better. I want to kill more people than King Von
Yeah.
and rap about it. I want to kill. Well, he did 8. I want to do 12. I want to do 30. So it's a race to the bottom. A serious competition to degeneracy, man.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't playing.
There's a lot of them little fuckers out there too.
Yeah, they ain't playing either. They want the trophy, but that trophy is there.
Yeah.
They just don't know that yet.
Cause nigga already, cause niggas, the poo shysty that's a part of your attire now.
Yeah,
That's a
Right.
part of your
Right.
Yeah.
That's your
So
uniform.
what these other niggas gonna have on? Man?
Ah, man.
The bulletproof vest, that's a part of the
The uniform.
Yeah,
That's your uniform.
Yeah.
yeah. So what's gonna be next with these next niggas, man?
Dude, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling
Pretty nigga might have just night vision.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Nigga might be walking around with night vision.
you. They got the helmet with the goggles.
Yeah, that's what. This nigga got night, yeah.
Oh man.
Okay,
Jake
Yeah,
dropping claymores on
yeah,
the block.
yeah.
Fuck, man.
You know? So, nah, man, it just get worse, man. We not trying to stick around and see these niggas grow up, man.
Hell
This
no.
this nigga, this Lord will, this is it.
Lord willing. Well, look at him.
You know, Lord, there's no way. These niggas can't grow up, man. Like, these niggas,
Yeah, all them niggas gonna have
Yeah.
no bitches on.
yeah, don't tell a nigga gonna have one. I'll take the one nigga to do it.
Yeah.
I'll
Set
take
the
it.
trick.
Yeah, I'll take the one nigga to do it, man. Cause these niggas already wear hoodies, don't get hot. Like what?
Yeah.
These niggas don't sweat. You know what I'm saying? Like you got demons on you.
Yeah,
Niggas don't eat.
Yeah.
No
Car
water.
never break down. You know what I'm saying? You don't get an oil change. Like these niggas got demons with them, man. They gonna get an oil change, don't put no water in this money, the car never
Nothing.
break down.
Nigga
Yeah.
don't drink water, none of that shit. We had camp one night. Dude come up, the old dude. He like, hey, we had a couple of that grab water. He like, hey, can I get some little YM or by niggas on pill? Like, hey, can we get a water?
Yeah. I don't even see nigga pump gas.
Yeah.
The car never.
Yeah.
When last time you seen nigga pump gas?
I ain't seen
it. Nigga don't pump no
I ain't
gas.
seen
car, oh fuck, man. Like,
Them niggas run on complete demon time.
Complete demon.
Everything.
Yeah. Nigga never run out of bullets. Like,
Yeah.
You don't never see nigga buy no bullets, but these
Right.
niggas never run out.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You don't never
niggas
see
at
that
the gun store at the ammo shop.
Hell no.
They just end up with bullets.
Yeah.
Full clip.
Yeah. Who is rearming these niggas, man? God damn.
For real, bro. That's real though. That's crazy, bro. You said that, 'cause yeah.
Right.
Yeah, these niggas don't never run out of nothing,
Running
boy.
around nothing. You know?
They said they car run out
Yeah,
of gas.
yeah.
They gonna put no oil in their
Yeah,
car.
I'm telling
Bro, you listen to these niggas with these hoods on, them niggas, for real, them niggas don't be sweating. I be like, man, what's wrong with this nigga, man?
It be 80
And
degrees.
it be a straight black hoodie.
Yeah.
Right.
80
Shiesty.
degrees outside.
What?
That's
Nah,
right.
man, Lord gotta put a stop, man. This generation, like we talking about this generation, like what you think gonna be next? Like these niggas with these podcasts and they getting on Eve and they think they making some progress.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't seen nothing yet.
Right.
Y'all wait till this next generation of women become
Man.
come on, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. That's a waste. You gonna see that was a waste of goddamn time.
Right.
You know, that's why that red pill, it was cute. You know, it made a few little points, and brothers got a perspective. You know, that even kind of help us how women think. You know, the reason and the women. But now talking about trying to fix, you ain't gonna fix that new red pill.
No.
Esau done already destroyed the next generation.
Right.
That generation gone.
Right.
If they been exposed to this, they're gone.
Yeah, man.
You know, so
Yeah.
man.
That nigga, that's 2 Timothy 3.
We can end there with let's get there with Sirach 10:10.
The
We
damn
had some-
disobedient to parents,
Come on,
Yeah,
I got
truth
it.
breakers.
and we'll end with that Sirach 10:10.
Yeah, that's 2 Timothy 3, man. That's the ending of this generation. If it be another one,
Right.
that 2 Timothy 3 is the ending of this, and that'll be that next wave of fucking niggas, man. That can say truth breakers,
Right.
heady, high-minded,
Right.
disobedient to parents, unthankful, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of the Lord.
Yeah.
That's, man.
Haters are those that do good.
Right.
Yeah, that's the end of this cycle. And boy, we be here on that cycle.
This shit here.
Yeah, soon them niggas come, hey, boy, they nigga come out the womb with a pistol.
Yeah.
Yeah. Son of a gun.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
It's Jeremiah 2:19 in the NLT. Your wickedness will bring its own punishment.
Yeah.
Your turning from me will shame you.
Yeah. So the fact that Jake is separated from the Lord puts them in a state of degeneracy.
Right.
Where they just gonna keep getting worse. Because even going
Right.
to degeneracy, it goes into going from the ways of your ancestors. You know?
Right.
So Jake has been separated from, you know, the power of their fathers. So now they're just in a constant state of degeneracy, man, and it's getting worse and worse. This generation, the next generation will be more anti-Messiah,
Right.
more pro-death.
Right. Right.
Okay, you got it, bro.
Says you will see what an evil, bitter thing it is to abandon the Lord your God and not to fear him.
And that's why when this shit collapse, all our people are gonna have, okay, is nothing but degeneracy, man. Imagine when the lights go out and all these young wild niggas in these neighborhoods with all these women. These projects with number of women and the lights go out. And it's just these young wild niggas, man. That's gonna be a torment, man. These niggas gonna have their way.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gonna have their way.
Mm-hmm.
See, right now, you still a layer of deterrence because,
Right.
you know, you have emergency response.
Right.
Right.
But see, when that's taken out the way, but they go, because see, the nigga woman, they love that street shit.
Yeah.
You know, so they help forward this shit. So when this shit collapse, you're gonna be left in them environments. Cause see, you already gonna be isolated. Cause Esau gonna make sure he cut that shit off.
Right.
You
Right,
know,
right.
like that shit gonna be cut off from everybody else.
Right.
Okay, so all you're gonna have is your own wickedness. You got to lay in that shit. You know, all you niggas and the nigga woman, and you glorifying this shit like it's cute. Well, that's all you're gonna have when this shit collapse, man. You got it, bro.
This is our Sirach, Ecclesiastes 10, verse 10.
Yep.
It says, the physician cutteth off a long disease.
Yeah, so the Lord gonna cut off this long disease, and the disease is Esau. Okay, but then everything that the disease has affected has to be cut off.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
You know, go ahead.
And he that is today a king, tomorrow shall die.
Yeah, so Esau Edom, you know, right now he's a king. You know, but his rulership is going to be put to death, and then eventually him as a nation, all right, is going to be exterminated. Okay, so the Lord finna stop this race to the bottom, man, cause get to the point where he's seen enough.
Right.
Okay, because it would never stop. You see, so the Lord is finna, all right, establish life back in the earth, man. You know, death has had its reign. Okay, and Esau Edom was, all right, the king of death, the ruler of death, man. You know, so it's gonna be cut off. All right. See, I had anything else?
I had one real
You
quick.
got it.
Land back that statement. It's Matthew 24 and 22 in the NLT. In fact, unless that time of calamity is shortened, not a single person will survive.
Not a single person.
But-
That's literal, man. Go ahead.
But it will be shortened for the sake of Yahweh Shemawashah's chosen ones.
Yep, for the Lord's elect. So the Lord is finna cut this shit short. Okay? Deliver his elect. Alright? Strip these heathens of all power and establish a government of life. Okay, in the earth, man. Okay, won't be no more racing to the bottom, man. Life is gonna become the standard of the earth, and it's gonna be forever. You know? I had anything else?
No.
Well, with that, you know, we pray that you brothers, all right, and you sisters edified once again. We're going to give all praise and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ruach
and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations, hopefully, shalom.
Shalom. Wa, ba, ba, ba.
Hey, go out, tune in. May Yahweh Bashim Shai continue blessing your houses. May the blessing of Alexa be upon your houses. Go out for your precepts. Go out tuning in. Shalom.
Shalom.